Hello everyone, welcome to what is hopefully going to be a new series on my channel. As you can see, I've got a little VTuber in the bottom left corner there. That is so you guys can see my live reaction because I don't want my face being in these videos. It's just something privacy thing that I like. And well, yeah, rather than you guys not be able to see my reaction, I have that so that way you can see a rough reaction. It's not that like good, but it will do. So today we are reacting to Vita Carnis, the first episode, well, the first full found footage episode of the Living Meat documentaries. For those who don't know, Vita Carnis is made by someone called Darius Quint. I can't pronounce his last name, but I will leave a link to his channel in the description of this video. Right, without further ado, let's begin. Also, if this video does do well, I will be uploading more episodes on it because hopefully during like somewhere in 2026 he said season 3 is going to come out, so that would be amazing to be able to go straight on to get a couple of go straight onto that one after doing this. There's also more found footage analog horrors that I'm happy to go through. Then yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Warning, this video talks about and shows imagery of graphic content like gore, flashing lights, violence, death. Viewer discretion is advised. Classified material. I'm very dyslexic by the way, so I will just pause. Let you guys read through. I'll read through in my head as well, but like very dyslexic, so.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers.
Okay, so yeah, this is set like nearly like 30 years ago then. More than that actually, it's more like 90 at this point. Wait, yeah, that's 70, 71, 72. So that's 72, 70, 80. Around 80 years ago.
Are and where they came from.
Of course, none of this is real, it's all just analog horror, but yeah.
Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics.
Hold up, what? So, the weird and wonderful creatures of the Living Meat documentary are made up of muscles, random organs, and bones. Well, that's lovely to think about. greatly resembling mammals without skin or raw meat. Nice.
Animals with no
Perfect
skin
imagery.
or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita Carnis. The Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relatives. The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl.
Hold up, wait, I didn't mean to put, wait.
The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which
So in other words, they don't eat each other, but they do eat just decaying matter and flesh.
leads to the first creature of the Carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small
Look at this.
intestine.
Hold on, just pause for a second. Just want to recognize. Look how cool this artwork is. Okay, so the crawl, obviously they've got like the sun up here, which means the crawl obviously absorbs sunlight. I can't quite make out what it says up at the top there. The crawl anatomy. Interesting.
The only difference being the
Yeah,
dark
it's
red
too blurry. I
coloration.
can't make that out.
These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings.
That's cool.
The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis.
Oh, there we go. We can see it now. Polar sunlight. So yeah, it does. As I said, it does photosynthesis.
The dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments.
Oh god. Hold on, wait a minute. Why does it not thrive here then? I've only just noticed that. I've watched this like quite a few times, but I've only just realized it doesn't thrive here. So what's here then? That's something to think about.
Easily allowing it to spread across the world.
Oh wait, it was just
and
a
can be
glitch.
found
It's
pretty much
right now.
anywhere. Its recent
Didn't realize
inclusion
it
in
was.
the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead.
That's good.
The crawl's
So crawl-
abundance grants plenty of
crawl is
nourishment
good
to all
then.
animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again.
So yeah, it's a perfect little like circle of life going on here then.
This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive.
Yeah. The circle of life.
Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage.
Oh god, what do we use it
Because
for?
of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients.
Go back.
Because of the supernatural rate of growth.
Whoa, what is this?
All to our advantage.
Hold on, wait. Slow it down. There we go. Cruel. Radio tower overwhelmed by cruel. Yeah, I cannot make it out at all, but I can just make about that. So in other words, the cruel for some reason is going towards a radio tower. That's interesting. There you go. Back to normal speed now.
And its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic.
Why are we cultivating it? I don't understand human beings. Sometimes, yeah.
Farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards.
Plus, I don't want to eat that.
The crawl also plays a very important role in the
Oh. So we start off with crawl and then we go to other things.
next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
God.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings. Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned
Oh my god, that's
raccoons.
amazing art.
They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Oh god.
One thing they all share
Some of them
in
would be
common is that they are
absolutely
made
horrifying
mostly
to
of
see.
meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball.
Okay, so at least they're
Its life
small.
starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Although its appearance is unsightly,
That is
it is
amazing
a cowardly
artwork.
creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators.
Why are rabbits above it? What are rabbits gonna do?
Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. This is a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl.
So trimmings are absolutely
Trimmings
everywhere
grow
then.
at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests.
That is cool.
Due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive
Oh,
noise
look
at
how
night.
small that one is.
Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets and relatively domesticate them.
I will never understand that.
Nuisance
Why
or
people
not,
keep them as
trimmings
pets.
are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake. The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters
Oh,
in
that's
length.
tiny.
Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length.
Okay, but I do know what that one says because as I said I've watched this before. There was a meat snake because there's been a war in this world. There has been a massive war, which all of the Vita Carnis thrived from because of the Vita Carnis. Of course, they made out of flesh, stuff like that. So they all thrived from it. And basically, that one just goes on about how in the trenches there was a meat snake that absolutely thrived. I mean, full on thrived. To the point where it got so big it was blocking up the entire tunnel.
The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake locates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its
So
environment.
it's like a snake.
The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes. hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one.
Is it just me, or does that look like a human skull? That one right there. That's obviously like a rhino. That's some sort of bird or snake. That is a human.
One has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
28 years.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating.
So in other words, we just have to like burn them
Interestingly,
alive.
the meat snake
God.
is the only member of the Carnis family that is able
That looks like a giant worm.
to reproduce. When a meat snake
Oh, it
reaches an
reproduces?
excessive size and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms.
Oh, I can't wait for season 3.
Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not
Okay,
too
so
cold.
there's not actually
Their population depends
a lot
entirely
of
on the
places for
amount
them.
of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's
Humanity
going to be a
will
lot of
use
them in
them to our
forests then.
advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid
Okay, that's
within the
good.
meat snake's body disinfects the carrion,
So far
preventing
we
the spread
have
of disease.
the cruel.
Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of
Yeah, you
festering
got the war
bodies and
again.
parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
Zoo. Yeah, we could go to a
They
zoo
are
just to see a
extremely
meat
tame,
snake.
not
Oh.
caring if any creature is around them,
That does not
only
look
acting
tame.
defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This
Photograph
means
by
they are
them.
very easy to tame.
Yeah, that doesn't look tame.
Overall, meat snakes are a
That
marvelous
is
creature with a
sick.
very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an
Oh my
amazing
God.
experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
Oh great, so they stink.
Our next creature is the mimic.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here. We're gonna watch the mimic another day. As I said, this is just like a tester video, just to see if you guys actually want to watch this or not. And from here, it starts to get good. I mean, like, really good. Like, there's actually, if you, just a quick little spoiler, there's actual footage of the mimic in this one. Then you have harvesters. Then you have the hosts. Then the monoliths. And then, what is that? Oh yeah, the singularity at the very end there. So yeah, this is just the first 3 things. We're going to do 3 at a time. So we're going to do these 3, then these 3, then finally the last 2. God, this is such a good series, and I can't wait to make more videos on this. But anyway, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.